So I saw on your website this thing, mindfulness or mindful therapy. What is mindful therapy, and how would you distinguish that from other therapeutic modalities?
Yeah, so mindfulness-based therapies are really the up-and-coming therapy of psychology, if you want to call it that. There's been lots of waves. There was Freud, and then there was cognitive behavioral therapy, and now there's mindfulness-based therapy. And mindfulness-based therapy is the ability for a therapist to be in relationship to a patient, and as they're expressing whatever their concerns are, or the things that they want help and support on, the therapist in that modality is able to offer in a moment in the session a way of beginning to work with that problem, work with the thing that they're struggling with or suffering with in a mindful way. So this can look like in a mindful dialogue, but it also might look like a mindfulness therapist would stop a patient and actually offer a practice, offer some way of turning the attention inward, really cultivating what we were talking about, that attentional muscle of awareness to whatever's arising without the judgment, to begin to see it differently. And so that might be done in conversation, it might be done with a formal practice, it might be in relationship to just how the body's moving or how their thought patterns are being expressed, but it's really helping the client by shedding light, by being present, being mindful to what's occurring with them, and then inviting them into their own practice of it so that they begin to get more choices as to how they're dealing with what they're struggling with.
Got it. So I do coaching as well.
Yes.
And so one of the things I notice sometimes is clients will start going all over the place, or like many people, they have the tendency to blame and complain about things. And what I'm hearing is that the value of the mindfulness approach is to get them to maybe stop for a moment of, blaming, complaining, and really getting them to come into the moment.
Yes.
And really guiding them inward to share what's arising out of their own personal experience, which really empowers them, because you can't do anything about here. The complaining and blaming, there's no empowerment, there's no solution.
Right.
So this mindfulness practice, sounds like it's really empowering the person to go inward and helping them to start articulating or start noticing the judgment, the inner landscape of what's going on is what I'm hearing.
Yes, and to do so with, from this side of the sharing, with a sense of curiosity, compassion, and openness. That often people are, wanting to focus it out here or push it away and not really look here, because it can be so painful, it can be so difficult. And so the invitation as we help them come into the inner landscape is to do so with the opportunity to let go of that judgment and invite curiosity and compassion and openness.